Alright, I'm at the swap meet here, and we'll see if we can find some good furniture. I think I see some over here. Alright, yeah, I think this furniture is gonna work. Let's go see how it's made. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to make some furniture. We're going to do one of the biggest pieces, which is this big cabinet, and we're going to get even better at making little bitty doors. We're starting to by putting these little teeny tiny door stoppers, basically. And one thing I did notice is all these pieces fit very, very tightly, so you don't even need to glue them. So once we get the door stopper in the middle piece, then we'll work on the actual doors. There's 4 doors on this one, and probably the toughest part is putting these little door handles in. And it does say if they don't fit to sand them down, and I did end up having to do that. Some of them fit really tight, and I'm just using the back end of the screwdriver to press them down in there. But others, I just had to use the sandpaper that was provided, sand them down just a smidge so that they'll fit into the holes better. And you still didn't have to add glue, which is a good thing. They're in there for life. I did find that after a few different attempts is squishing it with my pliers seemed to be the easiest way to do it. But you got to do it real gentle because these door handles are plastic and you could bend the ends off. If it does happen, it didn't happen to me, but I imagine if it does, and it wouldn't be abnormal, is you could just glue it in either way. And once you get all the doors with the handles on them, you just follow the directions and go step by step. Do it in the order that they say, because there's a rhyme and reason to it. If you put the doors in last, you would have a hard time getting those little notches into the slots. So do it in the order that it says in the instructions. These pieces do fit very tight, and if you squish it a little too much, you can break the little tabs. So be very gentle but harsh with them, if that makes sense. You got to snap it in. And if you do it right, it should be nice and flush, and you won't need a dab of glue. And there you go. You got a nice little cupboard. I still think it's really cool that these have doors that actually open and shut. I play with them all the time. I hope we're putting stuff in them. We'll find out in the next few steps, huh? Next up is a yellow wall cabinet. This one's pretty straightforward, and this one I did end up gluing a lot of the pieces because they were loose. Just do it how you feel, because if you feel it being really loose, go ahead and glue it. If in doubt, glue it, because once you hang this up and put it in your project, you won't be able to get in there. So glue it if it's even remotely loose. And you can tell when I place this in, it just lays there. So that tells you it definitely needs a little dab of glue. And now we're going to do a small rack, and this one's very similar to the last one. It's going to stand up and sit on the floor rather than on the wall. And this one definitely asks for glue. So again, do it in the order that they say, and it will make a lot of sense. Pretty easy. This is a nice, easy kit to do. It's just very small, fiddly. Just have patience, and you'll get it. When you get to this part, if it's even remotely a little crooked, it's okay, because when you put this part on, it'll straighten itself right up. There you go. You got a little shelf for all your new arrivals. All right, now we're going to do a showcase. This basically has a piece of plastic on the top so that you can see through it, kind of like when you go into a bakery. Go figure. This one's really straightforward. It's just a box with a shelf in the middle. So just follow directions. It's nice and loose. This one isn't tight, so glue, and you'll be good to go. Last thing you're going to do on this is glue the little plastic piece on top. Make sure you peel the film off first before you glue it down. Don't be me. And even if you see the glue, don't worry about it. It is clear, so once it dries, it will dry pretty clear. And then you can wipe off all your little fingerprints and things. This shelf is probably, besides the big cabinet with the doors, is the biggest piece of furniture and probably the most intricate. But first, what you're going to do is make the bottom piece. Think like you're going to make some IKEA furniture, basically. So it's a little footing along the bottom, and you're just going to make a box onto the bottom piece. Next up, you're going to be putting the shelves in. So you're going to flip this little guy over. So that's your feet. And you're going to make a grid out of your pieces. then you're just gonna glue it into your base. It will be a little bit wibbly wobbly until that glue dries, but once you put in your sides and the back and the front pieces, this will all straighten out. Now I'm going to add the front piece here. Now I did end up gluing everywhere where I shouldn't have, so this line right here, I didn't need that line of glue. It will show, but this glue does dry crystal clear, so we're good. It won't show. This is one place I diverged from the instructions. I put the sides in first before the top. They wanted you to put the top and then the sides. I just felt that I should have put this in before I did the sides or the top. Probably would have worked either way. Last up, you gotta put the countertop on, otherwise it's kind of useless as a little kitchen island. And there you go. Super cute. You could see the glue there, but it's gonna dry and we'll be fine. Worst case, I'll sand it down. Now we're going to make some odds and ends. So this is a little tray rack. Pretty straightforward. So we're going to make it like you're going to make a swing set, kind of. So we're going to put the two little triangles, put the pole in the middle, set that aside to dry, and then we're going to glue it to the base. Then you're going to make these little trays. The trays are already done, but we're going to put a little piece of paper at the bottom to cover it up so we can put all our bread that we select on there. Add a couple of tongs and we're pretty much good with this one. Now we have 3 signs that we're going to make. So I got all the paper parts, and I did notice, wow, little bear cake, $20. That's an expensive cake, man. Whatever. Maybe it's good. First, we're going to make this little bread sign. It's just a piece of paper, put it on the picture frame, and maybe the trickiest part is putting the back end. And they want you to make it kind of like an A-frame, a V, upside down V, so that it'll stand up on your table. And then we got to make an even teeny tinier sign with our $20 bear cake. So you just glue the little price tag on there and then stick the sign into the base. And the last sign is this little sandwich board. Same thing as the little bread piece of paper. You're just going to put the piece of paper onto the frame and then do it like a big A-frame so it stands up. Let's go ahead and set it inside our little building. So this is about where I'm not going to glue it down just yet because we have some little tiny pieces that we're going to glue to the tops and things like that. And it's just easier to do it when it's not completely glued into place. So we'll just that's going to go kind of right there, but we'll set it there for now. And we'll have the little island in the middle. It's kind of where it's going to go, but not 100% just yet. It still looks pretty cute. Let's get a little bit of a glamour shot. Okay, so it's done. It's in the building. It's not completely installed yet because next we have to make some bread. And we're going to get this bakery open. See you in the next one. Bye!